So today we are going to talk about the first two verses of Chaitanya Shikshashtakam, which are referring to Sambandha. As I talked in the last lecture, Chaitanya Shikshashtakam can be divided into three portions: Sambandh, Abhidhay, and Prayojan. If you want to look at Shikshashtakam from that way. Now the first two verses talking about Sambandha, and we are going to talk about that. Okay, so the first verse, Shetodarpanam Arjanam Bhavmahadabhagini Nirvapanam Shriyakairava Chandrika Pitarnam Vidyavadu Jeevanam Anandamudi Vardhanam Pratipadam Purnamita Swadanam Sarvatmana Snapanam Param Vijate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam. And the second verse is Durdaiva Midrisham Ajani Nanu Raga Namna Makari Bahuda Nija Sarva Shaktis Tatrarpitas Marne Niyamaten Kala Etadrishi Tav Kripa Bhagavan Mapi Durdaiva Midrisham Hajani Nanu Raga. These are the two verses. Now the first verse, if you look at it carefully, is talking about the 7 perfections of chanting of holy names. Now all these, Chetodarpanam Arjanam means cleansing the heart, Bhavmahadabhagini Nirvapanam means destroying all the material contaminations in the heart, and then so on and so on. We'll discuss about this later in details. And then Anandambudhi Vardhanam, giving the bliss of devotional service, Sarvatmana Snapanam, that means making all the senses of the body pure, perfect in the service of Supreme Personality of Godhead. We'll talk about in details later, but the whole idea is these 7 perfections are 7 gifts of chanting of holy names. So, in other words, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is trying to glorify holy names, how great holy names are and what they can give, which no other process can give. No amount of yoga, no amount of tantra, no amount of mantra, any other mantra, no amount of any other trick can give you these 7 perfections. There are so many siddhis in this material world: anima, lagima, mahima, becoming small, becoming large, becoming smaller than the smallest, bigger than the biggest, becoming lighter than the lightest. But these kind of siddhis, cleansing the heart, that no yogic process can do, no siddhi. So these are the 7 siddhis, 7 perfections given by holy name, which no demigod, nobody except holy name can give. It's reserved for holy name. These are the gifts which chanting of the holy names wants to give us if we chant purely. Param Vijate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam. Pure chanting, not sentimental chanting. We are going to talk about that in details in next lecture. But the whole point is, in both these verses, the holy names are being glorified. Now, holy names are so great. Why? Because they are giving so many gifts. Okay. The second verse is talking about Nam Namakari Bahuda Nija Sarva Shaktis. Krishna is saying, I have invested all my powers in holy name, because this means the holy names and Krishna is non-different. This is again a big glorification of holy name, because holy names are Krishna himself. We are putting holy names of Krishna on the same platform as Krishna. In fact, some scriptures says holy name is even greater than God, in one sense, because chanting of holy names can even attract the mind of God. So this is a big glorification. Who is greater than God? His name. So the first 2 verses are glorifying the holy names, and when the holy names are glorified, then our soul develops a respect for chanting, respect for holy names, and we develop attachment to chanting of holy names. And that's what Nectar of Instruction Rupa Goswami says, Tatradarat Anudinam. Rupa Goswami says every day chant the holy names Anudinam with respect. How to develop that respect? And now, how to develop respect to anybody? Well, you have to know him, and you have to develop a relationship, and then you develop a respect. So, and the more the respect, the more the relationship. Similarly the case, when you know the holy names, how great they are, you develop respect for them, and then you chant with the proper mood, with the proper relationship, that he is the master, I am his servant. So, that is Sambandha in the first 2 verses. The second point here we have to understand is Durdaivam idrisham yahajani nanuraga. In the second verse, Mahaprabhu says, it's due to my misfortune, I don't have any taste in chanting of holy names. What's that misfortune? That misfortune is offenses. Due to my offenses, I don't have taste in chanting of holy names. What are those offenses? Well, simple. I don't give attention to your holy names. I am always involved in sense gratification, and so on and so on. We'll talk about that. But the whole idea here is the first two verses are helping us to develop a relationship of master and servant. The servant here is actually recognizing the non-difference of holy names and Krishna, as we talked, Nam Namakari Bahuda Nija Sarva Shaktis, and also recognizing the inability to serve the master. Durdaivam idrisham ihachani nanuraga, due to offenses. So you see, chanting of holy names is not a yogic process or a meditation where we focus on an object or a point or fire. It's not like that. Chanting of holy names is done with a lot of respect and understanding that holy names is a master and we are the servant. And the third point is, this relationship, this sambandha with holy names is a loving relationship. It's not just respect. It's more than respect. It's love. Because second verse says, Nam Namakari Bahuda Nija Sarva Shaktis Tatrar Pita Niyamate Smarnena Kala. There are no hard and fast rules in chanting of holy names. Now there is just one condition where there are no rules. When you respect somebody, in company if you respect a boss, there are rules. In school you respect a teacher, there are rules. But you love your girlfriend, or husband loves a wife, or children love their parents, then there are no rules. Love breaks all the rules and yet keeps that relationship intact. In fact, more intact and more intense. So by Mahaprabhu, when he is saying there are no rules and regulations, he is indicating to us that this relationship with chanting of holy names is of respect, but more than that, it is of love. So we must chant with respect and love. Love means, here at our level, love means with feelings that he is my master, I am a servant, I am sold to him. I am not just servant, I am a slave and I am sold to my master. That's the feeling we should chant. And and the last point here is, the first verse, all these gifts we are talking about, 7 gifts or 7 perfections. Well, the whole idea is chanting is a means and chanting is an end. This is a relationship with chanting of holy names. Holy names will take us to the spiritual world, and when we go in spiritual world, what we'll be doing? We'll be simply chanting the holy names. So Cheto Darpana Marjanam, holy name will help us to cleanse the heart, and Sarvatmana Snapanam, holy names will give us our Swarup Siddhi and the perfection of life. So holy names are the means and the end. Everything is holy name for us. This is our relationship with the holy names of Krishna. And there are many more gifts, not just 7. Nam Namakari Bahuda Nija Sarva Shaktis. All powers are invested. The whole question is whether you are ready for those gifts, whether you are ready to establish the relationship with chanting of the holy names, which the holy names of Sri Krishna expects from us. That's the whole point. Param Vijate Sri Krishna Sankirtanam. There's a clue here which I am going to talk in the next lecture. What holy names demands from us? It demands purity from us. If we can give purity, then the whole spiritual world is open for you, and then we can establish eternal relationship with chanting of holy names. Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.